Hello Kia Hyundai channel, my name is Gabby and today we're talking about electric power. Not this kind, that kind. That is the 2023 Kia Ev6 GT. This is not your regular Ev6, it is our 576 horsepower, 545 pound-feet of torque, all-wheel drive, GT, bad boy. I'm so sorry guys. I'm so excited about this vehicle though. It is our owner's personal vehicle and he's on vacation, so that means it's mine for the week. I am someone who drives a gasoline vehicle every single day and I never really have to worry about stopping anywhere to charge. And this actually has our lowest range of EV, so all electric range in our entire Kia EV lineup. So it's 332 kilometers of range on a full charge, which isn't that bad, but being a GT vehicle, that range goes quick, especially if you are driving it a bit more spirited like I like to do. So I'm going to show some of my experiences charging this vehicle as someone who does not have a level 2 charger at home and has never really DC fast charged before. But before we do that, I'm going to show you some of my favorite elements and what it looks like at night because it shines beautifully. So the opposite of shine is matte pretty much. And this exterior paint color is our steel matte gray finish. It looks absolutely stunning, even better at daytime, but it's nighttime now, so I can't show you that. Down here we have our 21-inch alloy wheels with bright acid green brake calipers. They look amazing. These wheels look so sharp, especially in movement. We should try to get some rolling clips of this car. Maybe that'll be one of our YouTube Shorts ideas. Maybe. And then at the front end you can see our beautiful clamshell hood and our strikingly bright LED daytime running lights and headlights. This vehicle is such a beautiful machine. I absolutely love it. And then of course with the GT you get that bright green elements both on the exterior for your wheels and the interior. So we'll have my camera woman Julia, who also doubles as one of my good friends, take a peek inside. You can see some of our ambient lighting, the green stitching along the seats, and you'll also notice the GT button on the steering wheel. So that's our green little button right over here, and this transforms this vehicle into an absolute rocket. So you actually have a 0 to 100 time of 3.5 seconds. Yes, you heard that correctly. And a top speed of 260 kilometers per hour. This is a really fun car to drive. And you can see how that range can be depleted really quickly, really fast. Of course, you still have eco mode, sport mode, normal mode, and your regular drive modes. In this vehicle, it is still all-wheel drive and it is still an SUV, so there's a good amount of space over here. My only complaint, I guess, would be the seats are definitely not that comfortable for everyday driving, but the bolstering for sport mode, you'll love it. It is so much fun to drive, so just follow along with me on my week with the EV6. Okay, so right now we have 100 kilometers of range and we're taking the highway over back to Brantford. I'm gonna go pick up my boyfriend's car that got serviced yesterday and we didn't get to pick it up yesterday. I'm a little freaked out, I'm not gonna lie, because at home we only have a level 1 charger like I mentioned earlier. And yeah, I guess we're gonna have to stop somewhere and get it charged. And we are on a time crunch, so I'll let you guys know what happens. Alright, so I just made it over to Brantford Kia, and look, kind of seeing double over there now. Another EV6. 72 kilometers on the vehicle right now for range, and we got about 40 kilometers left to go to get back to where we live. I will keep you guys posted. Alright, so we're on the way back home from the Kia dealership, and you can see we only have 65 kilometers of range, which is a little bit scary. But we got our cruise control on. Don't know if you can see the heads-up display, but smart cruise. It actually changes lanes for you and everything, so steering assistance, obviously, distance control from the vehicle ahead of you, speed limit control. It is quite impressive and very smooth. This is the one thing keeping me, like, you know, calm after the whole range situation. But yeah, I have my brother following me, my boyfriend's car behind. We might actually stop at a Canadian Tire charger just for peace of mind, because I know once I get home I have a very slow charger and all I'm gonna be doing is thinking about the charge. So we'll see you guys later. Okay, so we're so close to home, but I finally caved. It's time to DC fast charge. So we got to a flow station and let's show you what we're working with, I guess. This is her, and one of my favorites is this truck is an EV apparently. Didn't know they made those.
Alright, this is Gabby from the future. I forgot to film an in-between clip, but basically I was not able to DC charge a Canadian Tire because that truck was there, so I lit an AC charge for about an hour, picked it up, and then took it to Lime Ridge for a proper DC fast charge.
Time to DC charge. I'm at the lovely Lime Ridge Mall using the Flow charger right over here. Wish me luck. we'll be back in an hour. All right, so we just finished up at the, oh my gosh, this is very hard to do. All right, so we just finished up charging at Lime Ridge Mall. Super simple. Shout out to Flow Chargers.
So shout out to my dad for driving me here and my Optima that is still running very strong.
I've never really fast charged simply because I never really daily drive an EV. But it is insane how many people use the EV charging spots as just regular parking spots. Okay, so I just unplugged the EV6 from the Lime Ridge Mall charging station. We're at a full charge right now, 353 kilometers of range shown on the dash right now. So this vehicle is rated for 332 kilometers, so it's a nice little bonus. It's what good weather does to you. And it's also in eco mode, so we're gonna change that shortly. Just kidding, Pat, if you're watching this. But I will say my experience so far with DC charging, this was seamless. There was nobody using the spot and nobody parked in the spot compared to earlier when I was at Canadian Tire and there was a pickup truck parked in the DC charging spot. So I had to use the AC charger. I know first world problems, but yeah, that is kind of annoying, especially when, you know, there's signs everywhere and a literal charger there. So that was the only real issue, and I see that being a major issue for some people because our charging apps will still show that their charger's not in use, it's available, but you get there and someone's parked. It's annoying. Come on guys, if you're watching this and you do that, do better. But this was a breeze. The majority of my long distance driving or range anxiety inducing driving is done now. So as a recap, because I didn't get to film all my driving, I went over to Fort Erie, which is just over 100 kilometers away from where I live, Saturday night, and then came back Sunday morning, so this morning. That was terrifying, and then drove over to Brantford Kia to pick up my boyfriend's car. He is super sick right now, so I was doing all that driving, and then had to stop at Canadian Tire. That was enough charge, so came over here, and now we got some fun stuff planned because we got a full charge. So we'll see you guys shortly.
By shortly, I mean very shortly because I have so much to say.
So I mentioned earlier that my boyfriend was sick and I was doing the driving back from Fort Erie, of course. So he was sitting in the back. I was just driving here by myself, feeling like a taxi almost. And I will say, I told him to go back there because these seats, the bolstering is super stiff. And as a performance vehicle, I totally get it and I expect that. As a driver, it's totally fine. But if I were to try to, as a passenger, doze off or kind of lean in my chair, it's stiff. It is very stiff. Other than that though, this car has been great to me. I love driving it. It is a lot of fun. So Pat, if you ever want to go on vacation more often, I would gladly drive your car around. That being said, the mileage I put on this vehicle. So I think when I first started driving it earlier in the week, so I started Wednesday, didn't film Thursday because I was sick and I didn't really go anywhere other than the doctor and the pharmacy. I had 16,000 kilometers on the, not 16,000, 1,600 kilometers on the odometer, and now we're at 2,300. All right, hello everyone. We are back on the road, this time in the city, and look at this beautiful sunset. We are going to get some exterior shots and show you guys how beautiful these lights are at nighttime, both in the exterior and the interior. And we will also talk about some of our favorite things in the vehicle. So I have one of my friends, Julia, filming for me today. And yes, she's my friend, not a paid actor. Julia, what are your favorite things about the car so far? Is it your first time in an EV6 GT?
This is my first time in the car. I'm excited to see the horsepower in action, and also the interior is beautiful. Like,
right? So the beautiful pink interior ambient lighting that I just changed. Like I mentioned earlier, this is my boss's car. Oh, a Porsche. So this is my boss's car. He did not have it set to pink, but pink is what he's getting when he goes to drive his car back on Monday. I will see you guys in our next shot, which will hopefully be for the exterior of the car. This is actually our last day with the Ev6 GT. Sad face. And it is Sunday night, so we're gonna have a couple of cool things planned, but I wanted to show you one of my favorite features that is on the Ev6. So this is available on the Package 1, so GT Line Package 1, GT Line Package 2, and of course the Ev6 GT. And that is Highway Drive Assist number 2. So essentially it's a smart navigation-based cruise control that's gonna monitor the distance of the vehicle ahead of me, so that vehicle just changed lanes and is entering ours. And you can see my car is slowing down. Super cool. It's also going to provide some steering assistance, but on top of that, it'll actually make full-on lane changes by itself. So of course I'm still paying attention, but now I'm going to indicate a left lane change, and the car just did it for me. As long as I'm holding onto the steering wheel, it takes care of the rest. And you may hear a little bit of artificial engine noise. That is also another feature on this vehicle. It just sounded so quiet. I'm so used to a gasoline car, I needed to turn it on. But if you prefer a much more quiet drive, that is something you can shut off. Now, we're gonna keep driving. I have something pretty fun planned, and I will show you guys in our next clip.